Meet Gary and Ruth Fraser. They're from Pennsylvania. One day, their son was visiting with his dog, when all of a sudden, the dog was running around the house with something in its mouth. It was their toilet bowl cap. They realized not only was that gross, but it was also a safety concern for their grandchildren and their pets. So Gary and Ruth came up with an idea to create a new and safer toilet cap. And that wasn't their only problem. When they first started off on their project, they ended up going to a company which did some drawings and they got a patent. But once we started to look at all of that, we realized the designs in this patent, they're not even gonna work. So Gary and Ruth, they put the cart before the horse. You know, thousands of people do this every year. Investing money in a patent when you don't know what your product is gonna be, that's gonna put you in financial hot water. After Gary and Ruth learned the hard way, they did their homework and they eventually found our team at Inventionland.
You know, I can totally relate to Gary and Ruth's problem. I mean, who hasn't seen those dirty, nasty, grimy bolts in the bottom of toilets? I mean, that's gross.
Jason and his crew got to work on Gary and Ruth's idea. Their task was to come up with a cosmetically pleasing toilet cap design that would stay in place and not end up in a dog's mouth.
So the unique thing about our design is whenever we have it made, they'll be threaded on the inside, so the caps will just screw in place rather than be glued on.
And screw it right down onto the existing bolt. It was simple and beautiful in its simplicity. They're made of high-impact plastic, so the caps won't break, and ultimately make the bolts safer and better to look at. We called it Twister Caps.
I don't think we're ready to make a deal on this product yet. One of the big issues that we're running into is that there's 1,000 different toilets in 1,000 different homes with 1,000 different bolt sizes that are out there. We need to come up with a universal cap to be able to fit all of them.
So once again, Dan really has no idea what he's talking about. Granted, there are probably several different types of bolts, and we'll find out what those are. Our resident test dummy, Clay, will find out exactly what the situation is. Okay, Clay, time to measure toilets.
Huh?
Don't give me no sass. You know what we have to do. Let's go measure these things.
Okay.
You know what we got to do here. It's not pretty, but it must be done.
Who forgot the flush? 5/16ths. 5/16ths.
Okay, what was the other one?
5/16ths.
Okay, that's 2 5/16ths.
2 5/16ths.
Okay, mark that down. Right. All right.
Quarter inch. 5/16ths. Quarter inch. Quarter inch. All right. We've got about 5 quarter-inch bolts and 7 5/16ths bolts so far.
That's a pretty good range. Why don't we go measure some more? You want to?
I would love to.
Let's go.
All right. 5/16ths. Quarter inch.
Oh, jeez. See, no. So what we learned?
Well, all of the bolts that I measured were either a quarter inch or 5/16ths.
Well, that should make it pretty easy for us then. So we can go back, design it either to fit either a quarter inch or 5/16ths, or maybe we give them the option of having the bolts included in with the caps.
Yeah, it's not a huge challenge.
All right, well, let's get her done.
All right,
Back to work.
back to work.
Our team went back and designed 2 different versions of the Twister Caps. The first is a one-size-fits-all solution for quarter-inch and 5/16ths bolts. And the other would just include a bolt within the package to assure compatibility with any toilet. Twister bolts are now ready for our very own Make a Deal Dan.
I was able to present the product to Danco, and they loved it and wanted to license it. But before they would do so, they wanted to see a couple more packaging options to go and show at retail.
So I'm going to have our team here design packaging based on different retailers, the way they currently package things. Give that to Danco, give them lots of options to go to the retailers, and we'll see what they say.
So Danco loved our new packaging options and licensed 2 different products from our original cap design. Twister Caps and Twister Caps and Bolts have gone on to be one of our most sold inventions in stores. You know what I really think is cool? Is you can go into any Ace, Lowe's, Home Depot, countrywide, and buy the Twister Bolts and Twister Caps. That's just really cool.
Gary and Ruth came to us with this idea. We were able to get their dream and turn that into a reality and have it sell out there in the marketplace where they collect a royalty in every single unit that sells today.
You know, it's almost unbelievable. Such a simple little idea turned into a huge product.
If you take your idea and you sit on it, you're never going to see anything from it. They took the chance, and it panned out for them.
Everybody's got them. I have them in my house. Everyone here has them in their place, too.
Hey, Gary and Ruth, you dared to invent over 3 million units sold and still selling. We couldn't be happier for you. Congratulations.